Okay, Saturday morning, right here, Universal Show. I'll tell you what, you know what? The tune came in the inbox quite a while ago, and I'm gonna have to introduce this one because it's like Love Bug, who's that? Didn't know, because you know, like the house producers, they got some random names and all that. And then, they got some random names, you know, Cove and all these names.
Yeah.
And then someone said, yeah, it's something to do with Marvin though, you know. I'm like, what? Marvin? You kept that quiet. You kept that quiet. Can you introduce yourself to more? Let them know who's in the building this morning.
Yeah, of course. So this is Marvin, 1/3 of Love Bug.
And I'm JK, and the third member is the White Nerd, but he's currently expecting his baby, so he can't be with us today.
Okay,
He's in Manchester right now.
Okay, cool. So, listen, how are we going to do this then? Because, I mean, do I tell them who you are, or do I just speak and just let they can guess? Do they guess?
Yeah, they can guess if they want. Once I can tell you the story about how we got together.
We need to do that as well, because, Jay, they need to understand, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Oh, I'm going to let you start then, yeah?
Okay, cool.
So tell me how this Love Bug situation come about.
Okay, so me and Marv have been, we've known each other since he was in his teenage years, so about 15 years. Mm-hmm. We met through a mutual friend, and we started work together on his early solo stuff, like I was producing right through to JLS days. So we've kept in contact. Obviously, we're mates, and then he had the idea to do the production stroke DJ Love Bug thing. So he reached out to me. I then went in a session with Marv and Scott, who he was working with at the time, and we just which is the White Nerd, and we started making.
You say what is that his name? He's
the White Nerd.
Yeah, that's his name.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a little personal joke.
Oh no!
It's actually called the White Nerd.
The White Nerd.
Okay.
And it just we made a first tune together in like I don't know, it was a couple of hours, and it just rolled. So we kept it going, and a couple of years later, here we are.
Okay, and then so that was your journey. Because I hear that journey, but there's a big chapter there. There is a big chapter. We can't miss out the big chapter.
Of course.
Because people need to understand what time it is. So, what happened?
So obviously when me and the rest of the JLS boys decided that we was going to call it a day from the band, we gave ourselves like 18 months notice. It was like we sat down one day and discussed about finishing on our Greatest Hits tour at the end of 2013. And as I said, we gave ourselves a long sort of notice period, And I was thinking, right, what am I going to do next? I've been doing the DJing, I've been doing a bit of radio stuff, I've been doing some TV, and I thought, I want to stay in the music industry, but I don't want to be a singer no more, I don't want to be up front. And I've been working with Jay and Nerd on stuff over the years, and I thought, I'm DJing right now, I'm doing a lot of house music, and I wanted to make a house record and work with these guys on production and writing, and then bring in loads of different featured vocalists. And as Jay said, here we are today, man. Our first single featuring Tale Riley, is a good friend of ours.
Where do I know that name from? What is he? Was he in a group? Fundamental?
No, it wasn't in Fundamental. No, but he's had a couple of. He featured on a Chipmunk record he wrote.
Okay.
I think it wasn't Oopsie Daisy. It was another one he wrote. One of Chipmunk's tunes.
He's on a new Wilkinson track as well.
Yeah, he's on a new Wilkinson track.
Okay.
He's written he wrote Louis Kessian's a tune, and he's done a lot of stuff, and now he's blowing up in America as a songwriter. So
wicked!
He's doing really well, man.
So like the thing is, so why the change? Because I mean, had you had a hand? When you're doing the whole JLS stuff, did you have a lot of hand in production? Gave you experience.
Not so much in JLS. Obviously, I knew what was happening in the studios, and I started realising that's what I wanted to get into, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'd be sitting back and watching producers and seeing how they were making things happen. And I'd had a bit of a hand in that area anyway from back in the day. And I knew that, with my songwriting and the way that things were going with when I was DJing in the clubs and knowing what sounds were hitting off and what was working, that I could get in with Jay and Nerd and say, this is how I want this to sound. And, between the three of us, we come up with a unique sound, I feel.
Unique sound. So what was you always into, JK?
My main influence and my favourite kind of period of music was the garage days.
Okay.
For sure. Like when I was, I don't know, when I was like 16, 17, used to go raves like Twice as Nice and Temple and all them sort of things and Iron Appa. So that was my thing. So to do this now after because through the stage, I went into more of the chart pop world. To do this now is it's great. I love it.
Yeah. How do you feel about the whole house and the rise of house right now in the UK?
Oh, it's great. I think it's really good. I think like it's always been there. It's all, you know what I mean? It's never gone away since the 90s. But it's like EDM. It come to the forefront, and now I'm glad it's happened, because I just feel like it's kind of real club music coming back in rather than kind of manufactured.
If you've just logged on this morning, Universal Show, we've got Lovebug in the building. So listen, let's strip it down now. Lovebug, where'd that name come from?
It came from, I guess we have to give a nod to the garage record, Lovebug,
Obviously.
Ramsey and Fenn.
Back in the days.
That's a big tune, and that was something that we're all big fans of. And you know what? We wanted something that was quite party vibe, quite euphoric, and Lovebug just sort of rolled off the tongue, and we spelled it OUVBUG, one word. And it just felt good, man. So we just rolled with it.
Okay. Now, for someone getting into production, right? Because we're going to talk from a producer's perspective. Yeah. What are the fundamental things that they need right now for someone who's going to start out producing? We've got young aspiring people locked on right now, want to get into production. What kind of give them some tips about things that you think you need to make a good house track.
As in equipment?
As equipment and things like that, yeah. Because I get loads of texts sometimes.
Yeah.
Can you ask some of the producers when they do come on, what fundamental equipment do we need to use to have a good house sound?
Yeah.
How'd you get that snare, that kick, those kind of things?
Well, the drums and the stuff, you got to look at good samples. But like drum samples can take years and years and years of you just collecting, and then you work out what's good and what's not. But there's great sample packs out there. Like all you got to do is look online, like for house samples and stuff like that. There's sick drums and whatnot. But then really all you need to do is, you can do it on Logic. I mean, people are doing it on Reason.
Some people do it on GarageBand.
GarageBand, yeah. But I mean, it's all about, I think production is all about your preference on what you hear. Yeah. What do you think is a good snare sound?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because everyone feels differently about certain things. But yeah, definitely just get your samples right.
Yeah. Is there any producers that you guys are inspired by? Do you listen to other producers from other genres?
No,
you get inspiration too?
Of course. I mean, for this sound, for me, one of the biggest of late is MK. I think he's right now probably the hottest in terms of, I think he's been a major reason why house music has become pop, in terms of number one. The majority of number ones this year have been, house records, whether it's Clean Bandit, Route 94, MK with Storm Queen, and there's so many more, Gorgon City. There's so many of these big tunes that have been number one. And I think what MK did with that Storm Queen tune, Look Right Through, changed the game. And I think that he's now one of the most sought after producers for remixes, and obviously his own original tunes as well. So MK for sure. We're big fans of all the guys I just mentioned.
Okay. So you've worked with Taylor Riley.
Yeah.
Anything forthcoming from other artists that you might want to work with that you've reached out to?
What?
Yeah, there's stuff we've already worked with Emanike.
Okay, Emanike. Yeah.
We've written a lot of stuff with him. Becky Hill.
Okay.
Kaleem Taylor, who's on that Promises track, the Show Me track.
Angel Hayes and
Angel Hayes.
Yeah,
Interesting.
she's on a track. She's actually finishing one next week for us. All About She and Joel Compass. So they're all cream of UK house talent really that we're sort of reaching out to, and for us it's about just getting the song right. The beauty of this project is that it's not like we're writing for one particular person.
Okay.
We're just getting in the studio, the three of us, and we're creating a vibe, whether it's for a male, female group or a rapper, it doesn't matter. It's all about the record, and then most of the time we put the person on the track afterwards. We sort of do it ourselves and then get the feature. Unless we're writing with the featured artist, then we'll just put someone else on it after.
Now, Disclosure at the moment have done a really important project because they've gone and taken a legend like Mary J.
Yeah.
And flipped it on a straight R&B project.
Yeah.
It's got the house influence in there, but it's would that be something that you'd ever try to indulge in, flipping the whole genre? Period.
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you do something like that?
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I also think, just mix it. I mean, I haven't even heard that song yet.
Which one? The Right Here?
Yeah.
The Mary J. Blige one?
Yeah, no, I've not even heard it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I'd love the idea of kind of infusing house into R&B. I think it's a great idea.
Right. Okay. Cool. So, any chances of working with the guys again?
JLS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
On future projects?
JB has written for us.
Okay.
He's written on the project, which went really well. Aston wants to feature on one of the records.
Okay.
So, yeah, for sure, we're going to be working on that. You know, everyone's cool. I'm seeing Aston tonight. He's just signed a solo record deal. I'm seeing him tonight. I saw JB in the week. He just had a little baby boy.
Okay.
I was in Vegas with Arishe last week. So, you know, the four of us are still tight, man. There's no problems with us. We're all supporting each other on our individual projects now.
What's the most challenging thing for you guys? Like, I mean, even yourself as well. Like, do you prefer the DJing side of it, the production? Like, you've had your hand in presenting. You're a radio presenter as well. You're kind of like, your hands are in a lot of pies.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So, what do you find the most challenging?
The most challenging, I guess. I don't know. I guess live TV is challenging, you know, because that's when you're hosting a show. That's you are the anchor of that show. Do you know what I mean? And when it's live, you're playing out to the nation, you know. So that can be tricky, but you just got to roll with it, you know. What I probably get the biggest buzz from is the DJing. You know, people ask me, do I miss performing? And if I'm honest, I get my performing buzz now from playing to a crowd in a club or a festival or wherever. So yeah, that's my sort of new performance buzz, you know.
And yourself, Jay?
I wouldn't say any of it's challenging because it doesn't feel like work. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm kind of working with my friends, and from my side, it's just literally creating, songwriting, production, getting into DJing now. But yeah, I haven't really got any challenges. I suppose the biggest challenge is just to make sure that what you're doing is as hot as it possibly can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've done it a few times where we've gone back in on songs, rewrote choruses, rewrote verses.
Now, you're saying you want to be behind the scenes. You know the girls come with the job as well, you know. You know that as well, innit? You got to deal with that situation, you know.
Special
You
K.
could. Come on, Jay. You're a K, so you've got to deal with it, bro.
No,
Okay, I leave you guys to sort that
I love the way he just checked out. I love
I'm not
that.
trying to blow you up, Marvin. I'm not trying to blow you up.
room no more.
I was going to pass it on to Marv, but he's just checked out.
Marvin's like, I'm not interested in this conversation. Look at his face.
Listen.
Let's keep it moving. Listen, tell us quickly, what's this single about? We haven't even talked about the single.
Okay,
tell us
so
what
it's a
about.
Resonance.
Quickly.
You know, we wanted to, as I say, create something that was, you know, very unique sounding. It started off with an a cappella with like some wicked lyrics, and it drops into a big house drop. And right now, you're going to hear that with Special K on WOW FM. This is Love Bug featuring Tally Riley on vocals, myself, Marvin, JK, and White Nerd on production.
Quickly, Jay, social networks, quickly, so people can hit you up.
Yeah, so it's at Love Bug.
Yeah.
Love Bug Music's the website.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
That's all you need to know.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
man.
go. Press play. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
This is Resonance.